Welcome to GUSAU FILES, your roundup of the top development from Zamfara State. From the voices of the working class to bold moves in health, economy and the fight against human trafficking, we've got the stories that matter. Let's begin. In line with the nationwide celebrations, workers in Zamfara marked this year's May Day with strong messages to the government. Their focus: improved welfare and urgent solutions to the state security challenges.
The 2025 May Day celebration in Zamfara State was held at the GUSAU Trade Fair Complex, with a colorful march past by various affiliates of the Nigerian Labour Congress (NLC) and the Trade Union Congress (TUC). The event witnessed a large turnout of workers from different sectors who expressed their commitment to workers' rights and the betterment of the civil service in the state. The organized labor used the occasion to commend the state government for the payment of over 13.6 billion naira in pension arrears and efforts in office renovations and staff motivation. However, they called for the full implementation of the 70,000 naira minimum wage, their statement of about 4,000 civil servants mistakenly removed from the payroll for over 3 months, and a review of monthly pension allowances for retirees.
Needless to mention that the pension was last reviewed 27 years ago, and according to the Pension Act, monthly pension should be reviewed every 5 years. Your Excellency, considering that fact, Zamfara State world are not on any sustainable pension scheme, we equally urge government to, as matter as urgency, consider placement of worker in particular pension scheme that is not only suitable but sustainable. Government inaugurated a technical committee to come up with a salary table to be implemented in the state. The committee, in which include good representation from Labour Center, but unfortunately, table agreed upon by the committee was not implemented, which we believe His Excellency may not be aware of that. We, in this regard, sir, call on the government to urgently look into the matter and resolve to help reduce the hardship faced by some innocent worker. Your Excellency, some civil servants are victims of the exercise, were erratically removed from the payroll for over 3 months and above.
Responding to these demands, the Zamfara State government, represented by the Deputy Governor, Malam Mani Mumuni, assured workers that their concerns were receiving prompt attention. He affirmed the government's commitment to workers' welfare and disclosed ongoing efforts to resolve security challenges across the state to create a safe environment for development and productivity.
Implementing the new 70,000 minimum wage for our civil servants, a move that reflects our genuine commitment to supporting workers amid current economic challenges. We want every worker to feel seen, heard, and adequately rewarded. We are equally aware of the cases of workers who are mistakenly removed from the payroll. And I wish to assure you that the government is taking steps to address the issue through a white paper committee soon to be constituted under the leadership of the head of civil service. No measure of progress in Zamfara today will be complete without confronting the persistent challenge of insecurity. Since assuming office, we have treated the security of lives and property as the most urgent of priority. Besides, we are working closely with federal security agencies. We have intensified intelligence sharing, deploying special tactical unit to bandits prone areas, and supported local vigilante groups with logistic training and operation tools.
The 2025 Workers' Day celebration in Zamfara ended with a renewed hope among civil servants that their demands would be met in due time.
And now to youth service. Zamfara State Governor Lawal has approved a 100% increment in core members' allowances. The move, announced during the swearing-in of the new NYSC members, also includes special incentives for medical corps personnel. These are the newly deployed 2025 Batch A Stream 1 Corps members in Zamfara State, ready to participate in the mandatory one-year national service. The NYSC scheme, established to foster national unity, promote cultural integration and accelerate development, requires young Nigerian graduates to serve in different states outside their places of origin. In Zamfara State, the core members are expected to contribute to sectors such as education, health, agriculture, and rural development, among others. Addressing the core members, Governor Lawal, represented by the Secretary to the State Government, announced a 100% increase in the allowances paid to core members serving in the state. He emphasized that the newly approved incentives reflect his administration's commitment to improving their welfare and ensuring a supportive environment that will enable them to contribute meaningfully to the growth of their host communities.
My administration is committed to ensuring that youth corps members posted to the state are given the best service year experience by ensuring their adequate welfare and security. In line with our commitment in that direction, I have directed the resumption of state allowances to all corps members in the state. I have also directed the 100% upward increase of the current allowances. The government, we will continue to support the National Youth Service Corps to ensure that the state derives maximally to the benefits of this lofty program.
The NYSC State Coordinator in Zamfara State, Mohammed Ahmed, commended the state government for the gesture. He assured that core members would undergo sensitization on the cultures and traditions of Zamfara, leadership and citizens programs, and various skill acquisition trainings.
Arrived, we've been pursuing issue of welfare of core members. We are aware for the last 30 months, core members' allowance was not paid. Are you aware of that? So when I came in, I fought tooth and nail to see that at least the allowances are resumed. In addition, they were reviewed. Initially, state government of Zamfara State were paying 2,000 naira. Now, with the Excellency, he says he's going to review it up to 20,000. Core doctors were receiving 60, 70,000. He's going to give them 150,000, 160,000. You've heard from the Secretary to State Government.
The highlight of the ceremony was the administration of the Oath of Allegiance by the core members, conducted by the Chief Judge of Zamfara State, represented at the event. You're watching GUSAU Files. Don't go anywhere. More impactful stories from Zamfara continue after the break. Welcome back to GUSAU Files. Let's continue with more headlines making waves across the state. In fight against preventable childhood diseases, the wife of the governor, Hajia Huria Lawal, is leading a fresh measles-rubella vaccination campaign. She's calling on parents and stakeholders to ensure children are protected.
The Zamfara State Governor Lawal and his wife Hajia Huria led government officials, traditional rulers, religious leaders and health experts to the official flag-off of a one-day sensitization campaign in GUSAU, the state capital. The campaign aims to raise awareness among parents and caregivers on the importance of the measles-rubella vaccine in protecting children's health.
The CDC, that is the Central Disease Control 2023 report, shows that the incidence of measles globally is 10.3 million, and 95% of measles-related deaths occur in Africa and Asia. Rubella is a viral disease caused by Toga virus. It is also called German measles. It is estimated that yearly 10,000 children are born with congenital rubella syndrome in Nigeria, representing a third or one-third of the global burden.
The rollout of MR vaccine campaign is scheduled for October 2025. So what we are doing today is launching the advocacy campaign to continue to sensitize the populace till that day of October 2025, when the actual immunization will commence. I ask each of you to rely behind this significant initiative. Our ambitious goal is to vaccinate every child aged 9 months to 15 years at the first instance. That is for that campaign.
The First Lady of Zamfara State, Lawal, appealed to stakeholders to take the message to the grassroots. She emphasized the need for community engagement to encourage parents to vaccinate their children.
His Excellency, my dear husband, and the Governor of Zamfara State has given full backing and dedication to this noble cause. He has declared Zamfara State's resolve to achieve 95% immunization coverage for our children, inshallah. And I proudly stand beside him to ensure that this target becomes not just a pledge, but a fulfilled promise, inshallah. We are grateful to CWIN's Center for Wellbeing and Integrated Nutrition Solutions under the leadership of Dr. Kabir Mustafa and National Primary Healthcare Development Agencies, both at state and national level, for their steadfast support in making this initiative possible. Their partnership continues to play a crucial role in our mission to build a healthier future for every child in Zamfara State.
Declaring the event open, Governor Lawal described the campaign as a vital step towards safeguarding public health and strengthening the state's human capital. He called on parents and guardians to take full advantage of the free vaccination program.
The health and well-being of our people, especially our children, remain my top priority. This immunization campaign aligned directly with the strategies we have in place under the state of emergency we declared in the health sector in Zamfara State. Preventing childhood communicable diseases through vaccinating children against those that are prevalent in our state will go a long way in enhancing a healthy society for all. I urge all parents, guardians, and caregivers to ensure that children aged 9 months to 15 years receive this life-saving vaccine during the campaign, which I'm sure is going to start, or it has started already, but the implementation is going to be in October this year, inshallah.
According to health officials, the vaccination exercise will take place in 2 phases. The first targeting children aged 9 months to 15 years, and the second focusing on children between 9 months and 5 years. The initiative is expected to significantly reduce the burden of preventable diseases and ensure a healthier future for Zamfara's younger population.
Away from health matters now to human trafficking. 9 victims of human trafficking were intercepted en route to Libya. 3 of them, Zamfara indigenes, have now been handed over to state authorities in GUSAU for support and reintegration. Let's take a look. These 3 female victims of human trafficking are from Yankuza village, a community ravaged by banditry on the Safi local government area of Zamfara State. The victims had previously fled their hometown due to persistent bandit attacks and had been residing in Kaduna State. The Zamfara commander of NAPTIP, Aliyu Abubakar, noted that some human trafficking syndicates exploited the vulnerability of the girls by luring them with false promises of lucrative job opportunities in Saudi Arabia. He explained that unknown to the victims, the traffickers were actually taking them to Libya, where they would likely face exploitation and abuse.
They fled their area to Kaduna State. One bandit entered their village that time and killed their father. So they and their mother run to Kaduna. That is where they are living. And from there is trafficking syndicate that notice them and take advantage of their vulnerability, and they deceive them into getting them a good job in Saudi Arabia. That is the first promise. They were promised to be taken to the Saudi to get a job there. Unknown to them, these people have another motive.
The Executive Secretary of the Zamfara State Substance Abuse Control and Prohibition of Human Trafficking Agency, Pharmacist Ishak Anka, cautioned residents, especially those in rural areas, against falling prey to individuals who promised them greener pastures abroad. He emphasized that such promises often result in exploitation and human trafficking.
What we normally do, prevention is better than curing, because what we are doing now is curing. So the prevention measures, in this era, the best prevention measures is awareness. And we have been doing it. We have been going down to local government by local government, district head by district head, to make sure that community by community, to make sure that we inform the public. We tell them the danger of engaging themselves into such attitude. They should observe the new faces that normally used to come to their district or to their village in the name of NGOs, in the name of assistance, in the name of everything. They should make sure that they find out those people, are they genuine or they are not. If they are not genuine, they should just alert our agency. In collaboration with NAPTIP, will make sure that we apprehend such culprit, inshallah.
The victims were later handed over to the chairman of the Safi local government area, who pledged to work closely with the community to raise awareness and prevent future cases of trafficking. And finally, on this edition of GUSAU Files, Governor Lawal is turning to global partnerships to stimulate Zamfara's economy. With the UNDP, his administration is distributing cash and farming equipment to hundreds of local entrepreneurs and farmers across the state. Gathered in this hall are state government officials, traditional rulers, relevant stakeholders, and members of the team from the United Nations Development Programme, UNDP. The event is the distribution of checks of 150,000 naira each to 1,000 entrepreneurs as startup capital, as well as irrigation equipment to 300 farmers for dry season farming in Zamfara State, northwest Nigeria. Governor Dauda Lawal assured the people that this intervention is one of the many that his administration will continue to roll out to address poverty and unemployment rates in the state that require bold and decisive action to tackle.
Let me remind you, from the assumption of office, we initiated a number of empowerment programs and created opportunities aimed at achieving our rescue mission agenda. These initiatives are not isolated efforts. Part of our broader vision for a prosperous Zamfara State is to engage development partners in order to address the numerous socio-economic challenges we face in Zamfara State.
The State Commissioner for Budget and Economic Planning, Abdul Malik Garjam, and the head of United Nations Development Programme Northwest, Ashraf Osman, highlighted a number of beneficiaries and the significance of the intervention in poverty reduction.
Adding to that, Your Excellency, you always say it whenever you get the opportunity that agriculture is the most important aspect of growing the state economy, of bringing peace to our people, of enhancing the livelihood and produce and making sure that there is food security. In that regard, Your Excellency, UNDP also are supporting Zamfara State, are supporting 300 people within Zamfara State, women and men, with farming inputs and machineries so that they can start their own businesses, so that they can make use of it in order to have food security in those areas.
Your Excellency, we are now delivering over 200,000, which will house thousands of displaced persons. We are here to discuss opening another local government that we can do more hundreds of houses and provide people with hundreds of thousands of naira of support so that they can be independent moving forward.
The UNDP also announced that the agency will build about 158 houses and equip them for internally displaced persons IDPs to provide shelter for them and to alleviate their hardship. And that's it in this edition of GUSAU Files, from health to economy and the welfare of citizens. These stories reflect the ongoing transformation across Zamfara. Thanks for watching, and see you again next time.